It's Eva Cartman, and you're listening to the Dream Big Podcast Show. Place to go, to learn, laugh, and grow. Today we have a very fancy guest, star of Disney's Fancy Nancy to be exact. This is episode 109, Big Dreamers, with Sinclair Jenness. This is going to be a sublime episode, which is a fancy word for amazing. It's time to dream big.
Welcome to the Dream Big Podcast Show. We're inspiring you to shoot for the moon, take aim and go. We bring to you amazing guests who truly love what they do. Every day they're living their dreams, and so can you. Dream big, take action to reach your goals. Are you pumped yet? It's showtime, let's rock and roll.
Hi, Big Dreamers. Before we sing our way into this week's episode with the wonderfully talented Sinclair Jenness, I wanted to make a quick announcement regarding the Dream Big Academy. We are hard at work to create the best course ever for kids to learn success principles, what it will take to have a happy, fulfilled life at home, school, and beyond into your adult years. To be the first to know when the Academy is ready, go to dreambigpodcast.com/waitlist. and sign up today. Okay, on to this week's very special guest, Sinclair Jenness. Made her professional debut at the age of 6 in the national tour of Les Miserables, the youngest child to have ever been cast in the show. She also starred as Matilda in Matilda the Musical. Currently, she's the voice of Nancy in Disney's hit show, Fancy Nancy, based on the New York Times bestselling book series that most kids know and love. I know I do. For those who are listening to this episode near its publication date, there's a special episode airing on Friday, November 2nd at 11 a.m. Eastern Pacific on Disney Channel called Ice Skater Extraordinaire. If you can't catch that episode, you can find Fancy Nancy episodes airing daily on weekdays on the Disney Channel and daily on Disney Junior. Without further ado, here's my interview with Sinclair Jenness. Hi, Mia.
Hi there.
I'm so excited to talk with you today.
I'm so excited that I'm here. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. So today we're going to talk a little bit about your exciting career as an artist, actress, singer, and performer.
Sounds great.
So, we always like to start at the beginning. Where'd you grow up as a young child?
As a young child, I'm only 12. But I spent my earliest years in suburban New Jersey, and now I split my time between New York and Los Angeles. I love it.
That's really cool. We're actually in Los Angeles right now.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing.
Where were you when you first started singing?
How old was I, or where was I?
Both.
Both? Okay. Well, I've been singing longer than I could talk, really. I used to go to music together classes as a baby. My mom started taking me when I was just a few months old, and I think those classes, along with my mom singing to me and exposing me to different types of music, really helped me develop my pitch and rhythm that I have today. My mom really likes to tell this story of how when I was a toddler, she would sing to me, say, "Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star," or something like that. And if she sang it in a different key than how I had heard it originally or something, I would tell her if she was singing it incorrectly. And I think that's how my mom figured out and knew that I had a good ear for music.
Wow, that's incredible. My sister and I put on concerts at our house like all the time.
That's so fun.
Yeah, it's really fun. I heard that when you were 6, you were cast in the national tour of Les Miserables. Is that right?
I was. Yeah, that's correct. It's been a huge part of my life, and I'm so thankful for that experience.
Wow, you clearly must have been incredibly talented at a young age to have been cast in that role.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm curious to know how hard you work, even at that young age, to improve as a singer, because it must have been hard, right?
Yeah. First of all, thank you so much. I started performing in live theater shows because of a candy bar. I will do pretty much anything for a treat. I followed an older friend to an audition for a show and got so scared at the last minute So my friend's mom told me if I sang my song at the audition, she'd give me a candy bar, and that convinced me to audition. And as a performer or anyone with goals, it's important to work hard and train hard, but to take it seriously and have fun too. And in Matilda, I worked so hard, but it was also my work ethic that really helped me achieve my goals. And they had us memorize, 12 pages of dialogue a night during rehearsals, and we'd have to come back and know it the next day. I would sit down and work for however long it took, plus more time, to make sure I got it right and did it well, and I still continue to do that.
Wow, that's so cool. Even when you have a gift, and we all have unique gifts, I believe, that you really need to work hard to make sure that you can develop your talent and become the best you can be, right?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, some people are born with this incredible gift, but you can't use it unless you work hard and learn how to use it appropriately. It really takes a lot of work, and I'm so glad that I've had all the opportunities I have had, except I wouldn't have been able to do that without hard work.
Yeah, that's so true, big dreamers. You always need to keep on working hard to develop your gift. So, Mia, before you were talking about Matilda, and for our big dreamers out there who don't know what that is, can you please explain what the Broadway musical Matilda was basically about?
Yes, Matilda was about this little girl who had the most awful and revolting parents, except she was a genius. She was so smart and so kind, and it was basically just about her trying to figure out who she was and, her triumphs and disappointments. It's a really, really fun show, and the music is amazing, and it's really great for kids.
That's really cool. Do you have, an idea of how many times you played Matilda?
Well, I shared the role with two other actresses since it was such a demanding part. I played the role about 100 times, I think, and some change. It was a very physically and emotionally demanding role, so I always gave it my all every night, but it was great to be able to share it with two other amazing girls, because, we need a break sometimes.
I'm also wondering, did you ever get tired, singing the same role night after night?
I never got tired of doing what I loved most in the world every night, because the audience is always going to be different. And, there will be different reactions, and it's really, really cool. But the crowd's always different, and every night I was with the people I loved most in the world. I have always become very, very close with the people that I work with, so doing that with them every night was just amazing. And every night I'd get notes after the show that I have to apply the next time I played her. So, since it would be a different show every night, it would continue to evolve and change every time.
And when you think about it, with bands and singers, like let's say Adele or Ariana Grande, they're singing the same songs over and over again, but you're doing it in front of a live audience, so you're feeding off their energy, right?
Yes, absolutely. Since in live shows, audiences will applaud afterwards, and that would motivate me and make me really happy. So I definitely feed off of their energy, yeah.
I was wondering, who's your inspiration for, singing? Who do you look up to?
My inspiration, I think, are the people around me and my friends. It's not really I look up to a lot of Broadway stars like Ben Platt. He's just so amazing. He plays Evan Hansen in the new musical Dear Evan Hansen, and he's just so talented and so amazing. But I think I look up to my friends and family the most. A lot of my friends are in this business, so I understand how hard they work and what they have to do to get to the place that they are. So I think those are the people that I look up to the most.
That's amazing, because it's such a good lesson for our big dreamers that it doesn't really have to be a big star you look up to. It can also be just your friends and family and the people you love.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So recently, I know you have done a lot of voiceover work, and I really want to ask you about Fancy Nancy, because I know that's
Oh, yeah.
like the new project. Can you tell us a little bit about the Fancy Nancy for the people who are not familiar?
Yeah, for sure. Fancy Nancy is about a little girl who loves everything fancy and French. And the characters are flawed and relatable, and they get into a fair amount of dilemmas, but Nancy's friends and family are always right by her side helping her out. The show also teaches viewers a lot of valuable lessons, and you get to learn some French and some cool words along the way.
I love the idea of like adding a little fancy to your life. Like even when you're doing something that seems like boring or just like not fun, you could just add something exciting and fun with the right attitude.
Yes, that's Nancy's motto, add a little fancy. And you should really apply it to your everyday life too, like you were saying. If you're doing something boring and you find it a little bit bland and bleak, you just, add some exciting parts and life will be amazing. Some pizzazz.
Yeah. The music is so great and your voice is just perfect for the part.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Are you able to sing like a little bit of the theme song for us?
Yes, of course. If things are looking boring and feeling oh so bleak, just add a little fancy and you'll make it fantastic. La la, la la, la la.
Thank you so much.
Yes, of course. I love that theme song. Thank you.
How do you like working on animated series? Because it has to be fun not to worry like too much about what to wear or how your hair looks, right?
Yes, I love working on an animated series. Like you were saying, you don't really have to worry about what your hair looks like or what you're wearing. But you also have to be very physical when you're recording. Just like if you're performing live and on stage, you use your body a lot to express yourself. And it's the same thing with recording.
Fancy Nancy, the show is so fun, Big Dreamers. So I encourage you all to just watch it when it comes out on Friday, November 2nd, right?
That's correct. The next episode comes out on Friday, November 2nd.
Me and my family actually watched the first episode, and everyone loved it, from my parents to me, and then my sister Sophia, who's 3.5, and she actually just wanted to watch it over and over again.
Oh my goodness, I love that.
Yeah, it's especially good for like little kids who want to learn lessons about life.
Yes.
And adding fancy.
Yes, for sure.
And the episode we watched was like the ice skating ring premieres. It gave us the lesson like not to always act like you're the best at everything.
Yes, for sure. Practice makes perfect. In this episode, Nancy ice skates in her living room in her socks, and when she finally goes ice skating with her best friend, she discovers that she's not as good as she would like to be. So she keeps blaming it on maybe her skates are broken or the ice is too slippery. And when her best friend, Bree, played by the amazing Dana Heath, I love her, tells her, maybe you just need to practice, Nancy completely dismisses the idea, and she gets into a fight with her best friend, all about ice skating and maybe not being the best at something. But in the end, Nancy gives in and discovers that practice is really the thing that makes perfect. Not perfect, but
Yeah, better.
Yeah, better, absolutely.
Yeah, we encourage everyone to check the show out when the episode is released on Friday, November 2nd.
Yep, thank you.
Mia, I'm sure you have gone on a lot of auditions over a career, and you've obviously had a lot of success, but I was hoping, can you share how you manage your feelings when you don't get a part?
Yes, after all of my time in being in this business, which sounds funny, I have really become accustomed to rejection. I mean, it happens a lot. But when I first started, it was really, really tough to have people constantly saying no. My family has always been my rock and my biggest supporters, including my friends. and are the people who would help me get through all of it when I needed it the most. But what I'd do otherwise is take a deep breath and really remember that maybe that part wasn't meant for me and there will be plenty of other opportunities. But what I love the most is that I have so many friends in business and so many amazing people that I've met. So if I audition for a part and one of my friends gets it or someone that really, really deserves it, I'm always going to be so happy for them, genuinely, truly happy. Because, maybe that part wasn't meant for me, but it was definitely meant for someone else who really, really deserved it.
That's amazing to always just be supportive of the people who actually get the part.
Yes, absolutely. Support is always something that everyone needs in their life, no matter what profession you pursue. Support from your family and friends is very, very important.
Exactly. What's your big dream for the future?
I think my big dream for the future is to be brave. I know it sounds cliche, but to continue to be a brave person and not let anyone discourage me. And try my best and, walk through doors that are meant for me.
That's amazing. So, big dreamers, make sure to watch the Fancy Nancy episodes. And Mia, but where can we find out more about you and Fancy Nancy?
Yes, keep up with me and Fancy Nancy. My Instagram is at Mia Sinclair Jenness, and my Twitter is at Mia Jenness. Fancy Nancy airs every Friday on Disney Junior, or you can watch right now on the Disney Now app. And a second season is in the works, so stay tuned.
Thank you, Mia, so much.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. I love your podcast, really.
Thank you. Bye. Wow, I hope you can all appreciate what Mia has accomplished at such a young age. And that's so cool of her to agree to sing a few lines from the theme song, which is so catchy that it is now stuck in my head. Did you enjoy this special episode with Mia? If so, please tell your friends and family about the Dream Big podcast. If everyone listening can just tell one person about this episode, that would lead to a chain reaction that would get the Dream Big podcast in front of so many new people, which would be amazing. You can point them to our show notes at dreambigpodcast.com/109, where they can hear the interview and get links to everything discussed in this week's episode. And please do take a few moments to leave us a review as well at dreambigpodcast.com/iTunes. We really appreciate your reviews, and it helps us grow the show. Finally, if you're interested in being part of the Dream Big Academy, please go to dreambigpodcast.com/waitlist to sign up for our early bird list so you can be the first to know when it is ready. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Dream Big Podcast. This is Eva Cartman reminding you that you have unlimited potential. Your dreams are not optional, you need to make them essential. So take massive action to turn those big dreams into reality. Live with passion, the way life is meant to be. See you next episode. Bye-bye.